Effective communication, that's what we're talking about on this video. In terms of these 6 principles: listen, patience, focus, convey, body language, and number 6, one time does nothing. That's what we're talking about on this video. Let's go. Effective communication. It is needed and required and oftentimes demanded in both life, leadership, business, sports. So that's not both, but it is just everything. It is the vehicle that we use to transport our thoughts to people, to who it is that we're corresponding and talking to, via email, via discussion, via conversation, etc. But effective communication for you, me, and we are key to execution, performance, and results. How else is it that we're going to be able to get the myriad of things it is, action items to be done and executed on a very high level, unless we can communicate effectively our thoughts, our emotions, and what it is that we need to get done? If we, you, me, and we cannot effectively communicate what is the priority, what should be in the forefront of our mind, what is the most vital and important in terms of priorities today. And within effective communication, number 1 has nothing to do with speaking, but number 1 now is to listen. Listen is defined as the act of hearing something. And to hear, you, me, and we must now stop talking and listen. Within the definition, the act of hearing of what is going on. Listening also allows us to use our eyes to now focus and make sure that the body language it is of the people corresponding and communicating with us is something that we can believe and we can assess not only what it is that we're hearing, but how is it that they are delivering and what their body language is saying. So number 1 in effective communication has nothing to do with us communicating, but in terms of the effective communication process, that first and foremost that you, me, and we listen. The act of hearing something, the act of perceiving what is being said, and the delivery in which the person it is that is speaking and communicating with us, that we listen, we hear the details, the time, the place, the who, what, where, when, how, and why of what is being entailed in the content being delivered to you, me, and we, for us to now understand. Now, number 2 is patience. To listen is now to be patient and allow the person to say what they need to say and not be patience in haste or hurry to get to the point. Because too many times I tell my wife when we're discussing things, because she needs to paint the picture before she gets to the bottom line or the point, right? Baby, the point, just get to the point. I don't do that anymore. Not with anyone it is that I'm speaking with, in fact. Because now this patience in terms of effective communication has a byproduct because of your patience and because of number 1, listening, that we empower the giver, the talker, the person communicating to us. We empower them that they matter. We value what they say. To now sit, listen, be patient, and be all in what is trying to be said to us. Now, number 3 is the focus that also goes in with patience. But don't be fiddling around. Don't be distracted. Oh no, don't be trying to email or text or look at your phone while someone is trying to communicate with you. What that communicates to the person is that they don't matter to you because you're too distracted to stop. Listen, the act of hearing something. Have the patience. They're valuable and they matter. So therefore, you're going to stop and just take the time to take in everything that is being said. And then number 3 now is the focus is give them what is called, when I first started hearing this was in junior high, your full and undivided attention, not being distracted, which is number 3 is now to focus. Number 4 now is to convey. And to me, this is something that is vital and important, as the steps were prior, but even more so specific in its importance. That you, me, and we, when it is that we start to take in this information and what is being said to us, that we now formulate a response. That's what we're doing while we're listening, while we're patient, and while we're focusing, gathering all the information. And now once we deliver and now respond, that we do so in a way that we understand who the receiver of what it is that we're trying to communicate in terms of who is our audience. For kids, I love it when I'm working within my foundation, Invictus Youth Foundation, that I kneel down so I am at their level. When the word convey is being used now here, what I am also saying is convey in terms of who the receiver, the recipient of what it is that you're trying to communicate will understand it and comprehend it. Come down to their level, or raise your vocabulary and your vernacular to their level to make sure that what is being communicated for you in terms of convey. Convey is a lot different than just talking according to what you want to be understood. It is according to who the receiver of the information is. And how is it that they are as a person, and will receive it in such a way that when you convey it, that now it will empower them to do what it is that is the agreement or the mission or the vision of the organization and their responsibilities to the standard of what it is that needs to be done. Convey. So now number 5 is nonverbal. So as you focus and get what the nonverbal cues are of the person that is trying to communicate to you, while you listen and you're patient and you're focused, understand that our nonverbal communication, how our eyes are, what we're doing with our hands, and what level of tone or softness, urgency it is that we speak with, but then also how our body language now is saying what words cannot say or convey, is that you, me, and we are cognizant of what our body language is. That if you wish it to be non-threatening, then you do it in your body language as well as your tone, and how you say what you say is being something that you are conscious and aware of. And then now number 6 is one time does nothing. In effective and efficient communication, in the 29 different industries that I have keynote spoke in, with the 4 national brands that I coach in 8 different markets across the country, and also with my one-on-one clients and anywhere else it is that I stand and speak, whether it's in my nonprofit for free programs or just speaking to my kids and also my wife and our spouse in our family communication, or in sales, or what it is that you're trying to promote in terms of the vision and the mission of the organization. That one time does nothing. One email does nothing. It is an ongoing, never-ending, relentless communication of the standards. 1. 3 is the vision, because one time does nothing. The vision and the mission, ongoing, never-ending, relentless communication. And that's what effective communication is, of the standard, of what the expectation is, what you are accountable for, what they are accountable and responsible for. Ongoing, never ending. This is the goal. This is how we do it. This is how we roll. We need you, baby. That is the empowering, effective, and efficient communication it is that I have experienced in the totality of a decade plus of being a keynote speaker, an author, a success coach, and a radio show host out of Hollywood. Those are the 6 aspects. Number 1 is to listen. Number 2 is patience. Number 3 is focus. Number 4 is now convey. Number 5 is your non-verbal communication. And number 6 is understand that in life, leadership, business, sports, relationships, sales, and pitching, and making sure that people live the vision and the mission, that one time does nothing. That is the video on effective communication. If you like this video, please smash that like button. Comment below on what else your thoughts are on, or which one of the 6 principles it is that I just went over is most impactful and is residual within you and is residing in you and feel that you are attracted to. And lastly, if you really love this content, subscribe to my channel and connect with me each and every video, where we are always going over how that you, me, and we can work to be our best and live our best life. It is your boy, Coach V. One love, mad respect. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.